This is Billionaire Mondays. Every Monday we present you with another billionaire. Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Steven Spielberg. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another exciting original video presented by Alux.com. Today we're revealing some interesting and lesser-known facts about revolutionary writer, director, and producer Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg was born December 18, 1946 in Cincinnati, Ohio, and has been active in the film industry for over 50 years. He started making films as a young teenager and was already winning awards for his work by the age of 13. At the age of 17, his family moved to California, and as soon as he graduated high school, he headed for Los Angeles. He broke into the industry in his early 20s and had a prolific career with over 55 directing credits, 23 writing credits, and 169 producing credits. His biggest box office hits include Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, War of the Worlds, and most recently, Ready Player One. We want to learn some more about Steven Spielberg because he is a master of his craft and one of the most influential filmmakers in history. He also has accumulated a massive amount of wealth along with his success, and definitely enjoys the finer things in life. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So, let's take some time to have a closer look at this popular director with the 15 things you didn't know about Steven Spielberg. Number 1. His interest in filmmaking began with the Boy Scouts. Steven became a Boy Scout in 1958 and later reached the highest level of Eagle Scout. When it was time for him to earn his photography merit badge, his father's camera was broken, so he asked the scout leader if he could make a film with his dad's video camera instead. He ended up making a 9-minute film called The Last Gunfight, and Steven says this is where it all began. Number 2. He was the youngest director ever signed to a long-term contract with a major studio. When Steven was still in college, he got an unpaid internship with the Universal Studios editing department. While there, he was given the chance to write and direct a short 26-minute film called Amblin. After his movie earned several awards, his efforts caught the attention of Sidney Sheinberg, the studio vice president. He offered a 7-year directing contract to Steven, which made Spielberg the youngest director ever signed to a long-term contract with a major studio at the age of just 20. Number 3. He completed his film degree in 2002. Spielberg first applied to the University of Southern California's film school back in 1965, but he was rejected because his grades weren't up to par. He instead went to California State University, Long Beach, but dropped out after getting his Universal Studios contract. Later in his career, Spielberg returned to the California State University, Long Beach campus to finish his studies and received a BA in Film and Electronic Arts back in 2002. Number 4. His film career started with a TV movie called Duel. In 1971, Spielberg was selected to direct a made-for-TV action thriller called Duel after his secretary suggested he apply for the job. Although it was only intended to be released on television as ABC's Movie of the Week, it was so popular that it was given a theatrical release, launching Spielberg's big-screen career. The movie is an adaptation of a short story that was originally published in Playboy, and it's now often categorized as being one of the best TV films of all time. Number 5. He's the second richest director in the world. With a staggering net worth of $3.6 billion, Spielberg is the second richest director in the world, behind his friend George Lucas, who has a net worth of $5.1 billion. Steven earned $1.5 million directing Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1981, but in '93 he made $250 million in salary and royalties for Jurassic Park. He earned $72 million in 2001 for Jurassic Park 3. For his 4 movies in 2006, he was paid $332 million, and he earned at least $100 million per year every year since 2002. Number 6. His divorce cost him $100 million. Steven married actress Amy Irving in 1984 after having an on-again, off-again relationship for nearly 10 years. They had a son named Max a few months before they got married. Unfortunately, though, their marriage only lasted 3.5 years due to conflict related to their careers. They divorced in 1989, and she was awarded $100 million in the divorce settlement, which at the time was the third most expensive divorce in history. He later went on to marry actress Kate Capshaw in 1991, and they have 5 children together. Number 7. His stalker was sentenced to 25 years in jail. One of Steven's stalkers, Jonathan Norman, attempted to break into Steven's home twice in 1997. He was captured by police with 3 pairs of handcuffs, a box cutter, and duct tape in his possession. At his trial, Steven begged for the judge to harshly punish the man, saying he feared for his life. This was Norman's 3rd offense, which allowed the judge to enact a harsher sentence, so he gave him 25 years in jail. Number 8. He stated that Netflix movies should not win Oscars. In 2018, Steven stated his somewhat controversial opinion that any movie Netflix makes should not be considered for Oscar contention, and certainly shouldn't win. He says any movie they or Amazon makes is a TV movie by definition, and should stick to the Emmy categories. Some saw his comments as snobby, and thought he used the term TV movie in a condescending way in the interview, as if Netflix could never be on his level. But what do you think? Do you think he has a point? Number 9. He drives an Aston Martin DB9. While he's also been spotted driving a Tesla S model sedan, he usually prefers to drive his Aston Martin DB9 Volante. This excellent convertible comes with a base price of $200,000, and its folding fabric top just takes 17 seconds to put up or down. Its interior features leather, walnut wood, and hand-stitched accents for an indulgent and luxurious ride. Number 10. He bought a $186 million yacht called the Seven Seas. In 2013, Steven bought the Seven Seas yacht for $186 million. The 282-foot yacht was customized according to Steven's preferences and includes an infinity pool, a jacuzzi, a helipad, a full gym, a glass wall that can also be used as a movie screen, and another indoor cinema. It can accommodate up to 12 guests along with a crew of 26. However, this isn't enough for him. In 2015, he decided to charter out the Seven Seas for $1.2 million a month while his new yacht was being built. The new yacht is 300 feet and costs $250 million to build. To check out other expensive toys of the rich, click in the upper right-hand corner to watch our video of 15 luxury yachts that only billionaires can afford. Number 11. He owns 2.5% of the first Star Wars movie thanks to a bet. In 1976, when George Lucas visited the set of Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, he was incredibly impressed and told Spielberg that Close Encounters was going to be the biggest hit of all time, while Star Wars would certainly be a box office bust. Steven decided to make a bet with him, which was really more of a trade. He proposed giving 2.5% of his film to Lucas in exchange for 2.5% of Star Wars. Lucas agreed, thinking he was getting the better end of a deal. Close Encounters went on to gross a respectable $303 million, but Star Wars became the second biggest box office hit of all time, with a gross of $1.48 billion. This means Spielberg has earned almost $40 million from his trade, compared to the $13 million Lucas got, and Spielberg says he still gets payments to this day. Number 12. Robin Williams got him through the emotional toll of filming Schindler's List. Spielberg's Holocaust drama Schindler's List was released in 1993 and is widely considered to be one of the best films of all time. It received 7 Academy Awards, including Spielberg's first Best Director award. Because of the intense subject of the film, which was about a man who risked everything to help save 1,100 Jews from the Holocaust, filming was extremely difficult for Spielberg. He recently shared that the only thing that helped him get through that time was a weekly phone call from Robin Williams, who did 15 minutes of stand-up for the director to lighten his mood. Spielberg had previously directed Williams in the 1991 film Hook. Number 13. Jurassic Park is his highest-grossing film with $984 million. Spielberg's 1993 film Jurassic Park revolutionized the way computer-generated imagery was used in film, and it also became the highest-grossing film of all time, with an initial worldwide gross of $914 million. It held that title until Titanic came out in 1997. After Jurassic Park was re-released in a 3D version in 2013, ticket sales passed the $1 billion mark. Jurassic Park is Spielberg's most successful film, but other box office hits of his include E.T. with $717 million, War of the Worlds with $591 million, Saving Private Ryan with $481 million, and Jaws with $470 million in box office sales. Number 14. He owns a $30 million estate in Los Angeles. Spielberg's $30 million estate is located in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood of Los Angeles. He bought the home in 1985 after discovering that Cary Grant, Barbara Hutton, and Gone with the Wind producer David Selznick had previously lived there. The 20,000-square-foot home has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a secret staircase hidden behind a wall panel, and a hobbit room with mushroom-shaped windows, a hobbit-like fireplace, a retractable TV, and a soda fountain. He added a vineyard to the property in 2013. He also owns homes in New York City, Long Island, and in Naples, Florida. Number 15. He is the highest-grossing director in history. In 2018, Spielberg became the first film director to gross $10 billion at the worldwide box office, thanks to the massive success of Ready Player One. Peter Jackson, who's primarily known for his Lord of the Rings franchise, is the second highest-grossing director, but still is $3 billion behind Spielberg. These numbers are definitely going to climb even higher as Steven is already working on a 5th Indiana Jones movie and is also planning on developing a West Side Story remake, along with many other projects in the works. There you have it, Aluxers, some interesting and lesser-known facts about Steven Spielberg. Now that you've learned some more about Steven, we'd like to know, which one of his movies has made the biggest impression on you? Let us know in the comments. Still here? Of course you are. Here's a bonus fact just for you. Number 16. He owns 2 private jets. Spielberg actually owns 2 private jets, a Global Express XRS and a Dassault Falcon 7X. The Dassault Falcon 7X is a large business jet that can hold up to 20 passengers and 2 crew members. It costs around $50 million. The Bombardier Global Express XRS costs $42 million and can accommodate 14 passengers with its all-leather interior and includes an office, master suite, and of course, a screening area. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.